The police came with a search warrant for my sister, but they illegally detained me, and they locked the doors. They came inside my house, locked the doors,
wouldn't let me in,
and wouldn't let my parents in their own house, which they own. So they had me in there, and they asked me how old I was. I said I was 19. They were like, "You don't need your parents." And then they handcuffed all my friends, and then took us outside and put us on the curb, and they ran all our names for no reason, just for that search that
and he
they
pushed
had.
his neck up against the
Oh
wall.
Yeah, and the officers
chokehold.
I was just trying to explain something that he couldn't lock the door, and he had put his hand around me and sat me down.
Do you feel safer when you see cops?
No, I don't trust them. I'm gonna tell you one thing. They came to my house. My daughter turned herself in. My daughter had gotten in some trouble. They came looking for my daughter. I wasn't gonna give them my daughter like a mother wouldn't. And when this huge cop, this lurch of a cop, came over there, and my daughter says, "I'm not going to let nobody go to jail, Mama. I'm going to turn myself in." That cop yanked her off the porch, threw her on the ground, put his knee in her head, right in front of me. And Vic, all she could hear was, "Mama, Mama." All I could hear was, "Mama, Mama." And I'm telling him, "That's my baby. That's my baby. Leave her alone." They didn't care. This guy was huge, but he jacked my daughter up, threw her on the ground, put his knee in the back of her neck.
When I went outside, they had their guns drawn at me, and they had used me as they're like, "All right, use him as a shield," and they walked with me back in the house in case someone.
They use you as a shield.
They walked with me like this, back in the house, with their guns drawn.
Oh, God.
And
that's stuff the terrorists do.
Yeah. It really is. I was frightened. I was scared for my life. I don't know. I've seen things it's like getting shot for no reason. Just running.
And the thing was, they did it in front of my grandchildren who were sleeping on the floor there. So now my grandchildren don't trust cops.
And they shouldn't trust cops.
They don't trust them.
Trusting cops is the best way to end up dead or without your freedoms. Well, thanks for sharing your story.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Take it easy.